networks of Mid-Missouri.
ABC 17 SportsZone Football Friday High School Game of the Week is presented by Harper, Evans, Hillbrenner, and Nettemeyer, and made possible through a partnership between the networks of Mid-Missouri, CPS Athletics, the Columbia Area Career Center, and Jim Butler.
Looking for win number 1 on the season as they are 0-4. For the Spartans and Lakers, this is just the second meeting ever between these two institutions. The other one was in the district championship game back in 2014 when it was the Spartans knocking off the Lakers to advance to the semifinals of this state tournament, a tournament that the Battle Spartans would eventually win. Micah Wright, this is going to be a good night here tonight for high school football.
Yes, it will, Tex. And like last week, we mentioned the hunger of the Battle Spartans to get their first win. They're even more desperate to get that after a disappointing showing on the road that we called last week against Hickman, and looking to defend their home turf. But then Camdenton on the other side, just an exciting team to watch, going to be high-flying game for sure. And I think both of these defenses are really going to have to tighten things up given the way they've played.
For the Camdenton Lakers, a newcomer to the CMAC, and they were initiated last week by the Elias Crusaders, a game that saw the Crusaders shutting out the Lakers as far as touchdowns go. The Lakers came up with just 8 points in that game to fall to the 2-2 mark on the year and 2-1 in the league. But Camdenton played Elias last week. They've got Battle this week. Next week, they travel to Rockbridge to take on the Bruins, or at least host the Bruins. One way or the other, that'll be quite a test for them here as they're in the meat of this CMAC schedule. And for the Battle Spartans, this is a big week. They have an opportunity here to get their first win of the year. They also are trying to get themselves set up so they can have a nice celebration for homecoming next week when they host the Smith Cotton Tigers as they come calling. But both of these teams looking to up their game, and for the Battle Spartans and Matt Herman, who's now in his second year, he is desperate need of a victory as the Spartans have dropped 6 in a row dating back to last year. The last win was the 13th of October against Jefferson City, so it's been tough.
Yeah, it's really hard to believe, quite honestly, with the success of this program recently. And they're kind of just rebuilding the ship and needing to get those building blocks of putting their program back together. And Matt Herman's certainly scrambling to do so already. Dug quite a deep hole to start this season, but every game's different, and I think we're going to see an inspired Battle Spartan team after the disappointing showing last week. I'm sure practice was very passionate from the coaches to the players and all the way around, so I'm excited to see how the Battle Spartans come out here at home.
I think it was probably passionate for both teams because Camdenton's a very proud program, one that has won 5 state championships. Of course, the last one still being back in 2005. Chris Kespel is our referee tonight, and he has just tossed the coin, and he is now talking to the Lakers. And it looks like the Lakers have won the coin toss but have deferred, and the Battle Spartans have said that they will take the football. So Battle will put their offense on the field, and Battle's offense really, we saw them last week, Micah, very balanced. I thought they were a lot more balanced than they were advertised, and they have picked up the services of Ornell Holt, and he is a very, very handy player to have around.
Yeah, that's right. Holt is the guy that they want to get the ball to out on the perimeter, but I really love to see Chris Brown get the ball as much as possible. They love featuring him, talented senior running back, one of the leaders of this team. I thought that they couldn't get him going enough because they were playing catch-up for a little bit against Hickman. I think tonight they may try to possession the ball a little bit and keep that high-powered Camdenton offense and that high-powered passing attack off the field a little bit. So I'm interested to see what the balance will look like tonight. I think they're definitely going to need to be as balanced as they were last week, and I think Wilkerson's going to need to be a little bit more accurate than we saw against Hickman.
Yeah, this Camdenton team will throw it all over the yard. In fact, their quarterback, Carson Dernan, last week fired 47 passes before giving way late in the game to the backup, but he'll throw it and throw it and throw it, and they'll throw it deep, and they've got a host of guys that can catch it. So you have to really pay attention to what's going on. I think the key, though, for Battle is to get pressure on Durnan. As Durnan has the football set up to kick it off, and the Battle Spartans send Devin Harris along with Eric Hill and Vernal Holt deep to return this opening kickoff as it's CMAC football here on KZOU. As Durham approaches, and a high end-over-end kick, and that'll sail out of the back of the end zone. And the Spartans will set up shop on the 20-yard line where it'll be 1st and 10 for Kendall Wilkerson. I might add that it's been breezy here all day in Columbia, and the wind's out of the north-northwest, so there was a bit of a breeze pushing that kickoff of Durnan's to sail it out of the back of the end zone.
Yeah, just starting to feel a little bit like football weather, Tex.
Makes you want to get after it, doesn't it?
That's right. I miss my playing days for sure.
Kendall Wilkerson, the 5'11", 195-pound junior quarterback at the controls for the Spartans, and he puts a man in motion. Wilkerson gives to Chris Brown. Brown drops his head and drives out to about the 24-yard line before he is brought down. And we might see a lot of that here tonight from the Battle Spartans. A gain of about 3. They'd like to pick up another yard or so on that carry.
Yeah, and something we didn't mention, Tex, was how the Battle offensive line really struggled last week. I thought Hickman manhandled them a little bit, so we're going to need to see them playing a lot better.
Now the Camdenton Lakers fire, and were they drawn offside, or are they guilty of encroachment? Chris Kespool says it is on the Lakers. And
prior to the snap, encroachment on the defense. 5-yard penalty, still 2nd down.
Oberlins is the center for the Battle Spartans. As Wilkerson has Brown behind him, it's 2nd down and about 2. And on the option, keeping it, is Wilkerson trying to get a block on the edge. And Wilkerson's got a 1st down across the 30 and brought down at about the 32-yard line. Little option there from the Battle Spartans.
Yeah, nice read option. Great decision by Wilkerson to pick up that 1st down on the edge. Didn't see a lot of that last week. Wonder if we're going to see more of that with Wilkerson's legs.
Mislin and Trust are the 2 blockers on the left, the tackle and guard. And on the right, it's Cook and Mitchell. And now we got motion. And the Camdenton Lakers were drawn offside this time with illegal procedure by the Spartans.
Prior to the snap, false start, offense. 5-yard penalty, remains 1st down.
Jace Cooper, we'll see a little of him tonight offensively for the Battle Spartans. Also, Caden Lewis, who we saw a little bit last week, trips to the left on a 1st and 15. And Wilkerson fires it into flat. It's caught on the far side of the field and out across the 40-yard line with that catch for Battle was Caden Lewis.
Yeah, right as you call his name, Tex, the Battle Spartans call his name. Great job after the catch, fighting through contact, almost picking up that 1st down.
A 14-yard gain on that pass out in the flat. Devin Harris wide right now for Battle. They give the ball to Brown, looking for running room, and nothing but white jerseys. And Brown shakes a couple of tacklers and fights his way back to the 40-yard line, but he lost a yard. And Camdenton was smell and run.
Yeah, man, that's just too predictable, I think, for the Battle offense. I think 2nd and short's usually the time to take a shot downfield or at least throw the ball. And because the defense is expecting the run there, and instead it's 3rd and 3 as opposed to what 2nd and 1 had set up for you.
A lot of times you'll see a team take almost like a free play there at 2nd and 1 and go deep. They give to Brown. Brown again looking for running room and nowhere to go as the Lakers stacked it up the middle as Kason Youthy, a 6', 265-pound senior nose tackle, made the stop. But he got enough for the first down.
Yeah, just reached out enough there at the end. Great job by this Camdenton front, but Chris Brown extending the ball. Got really, I think, exactly what he needed, just barely picking up that 1st down.
First possession of the game. As the Battle Spartans now moved it out to the 42-yard line. Battle looking for win number 1. They're 0-4 on the year. Wilkerson, two-step drop out of the gun, throws it in the flat, and making the catch with a knee on the ground was Jace Cooper, and that's going to go down for a 2-yard loss.
Yeah, that's just a tough one. Low throw, but you got to stay up there. It's high school rules, obviously, like college, where you can't have a knee on the ground. Lost a couple yards.
Paul Muff and Andy Diaz-Rios are the other down linemen for the Lakers. Their linebackers, Brady Mills and Sterling Cedarwall, along with Jack Fisher and Elijah Dickerson. That's how they line up front. We'll get that secondary to you in a moment. Back to throw Wilkerson. Happy feet. And his pass is batted down and goes incomplete on 2nd and 12. Into secondary. Caden Bowen is a corner. Lucas Ruth is a safety. Willard DeMott is a safety. And Deontay Hare is a corner. And surprisingly, the Lakers are doing a little more platoon as Hickman is these days. Their secondary plays both ways, but the linebackers and the linemen have been platooning pretty much for this team. Har Pitts in his second year, the head coach of the Lakers. Wilkerson with a deep drop, fires it in the flat where it's caught, and busting his way out to midfield is Chris Brown with the catch. Brown now on the year with 8 catches, and he picks up 11 yards, and it'll be 4th and 1. Now what do you do?
Yeah, decision for Matt Herman. As great job by Brown picking up enough yardage to possibly go for it.
Lewis splits wide to the right.
And I've seen Battle run that wildcat every now and then. I wouldn't hate that here, but they're not going to do it. Instead, they draw him off sides. Wow.
But did the wide receiver for Battle move? I'm not so sure. I didn't see some movement from the far end of the line. Apparently not.
Dead ball. Offside on the defense. 5-yard penalty results in a first down.
Sims Memphis is lined up as a slot. Memphis has been used mostly as a defensive player for Battle this year. So that's the second offside call on Camdenton. 1st and 10. Spartans give it to Brown, bounces his way down the line of scrimmage, and might have gouged out one tough yard before Case and Youth made the stop.
Yeah, Camdenton's ready for that up the middle. It's a tough assignment for this Battle offensive line, but you just got to hold your block for a little bit longer, because if we saw last week, Tex, if Chris Brown has any room to work with, he can take it the distance.
So Vonnie Sanders splits wide to the right for the Spartans. Now tucks in as a tight end. 3-man front for Camdenton, 2nd and 10. In the flat, it's caught on the far sideline by Sanders for a gain of about 6.
I like that little curl pattern there on the edge, on the outside to the short side of the field.
And I may stand corrected. I believe it was Caden Lewis that made that catch. Lewis with that reception. He has 2 here tonight. 5 on the year. He's pushing about 75 yards on the season.
Yeah, Tex, already this Battle offense taking up half of the quarter.
Isn't that something?
Yeah, we talked about them maybe wanting to keep that Camdenton offense off the field. They're doing just that to start off this ball game.
Out of the pistol. Pass in the far flat, incomplete, dropped by the two-sport athlete, Caden Lewis.
Oh, and extracurriculars, though.
And flags fly. Chris Kespool's team out there tonight, the officials. Ramon Hernandez is the umpire. Core Felton is the line judge. The side judge is Caden Lucas, and the back judge is
After the
Cornelius
play,
Brolin.
unsportsmanlike conduct on the offense. 15-yard penalty. It'll be 4th down.
And the Battle Spartans have just put themselves in a spot where they're probably going to have to punt.
Oh, undoubtedly, and you just cannot have that penalty. He had a great drive, moving the ball. Not any explosive plays necessarily, but just kind of matriculating down the field, and then Just a terrible penalty, which we saw plenty of those last week against Hickman. Is now you're forced to punt and don't even have a decision, as it would have been 4th and 5.
Vernell Holt comes on to do the punting. Holt, we saw a lot of him last week at Hickman, where Battle lost 34-20. And the Lakers with 2 return men deep, with Borbet, and a short punt takes a Battle bounce in front of DeMott, and it'll be down by Battle at about the 23-yard line. And for the first time tonight, we'll see the Camdenton Lakers. But first, we've got a timeout. Officials timeout. No score after 6 minutes and 11 seconds. It's my kind of football game.
Yeah. Just that penalty, drive me nuts.
I didn't see it.
Well, I saw Diaz Rio 60 kind of he was on the ground and just was getting shoved, so I'm guessing it was left tackle Battle.
The left tackle, Mislin.
1 minute.
The numbers are visible, but not visible. That far sideline just so far away.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the font. Camdenton Lakers bring on their offense. They're led by Carson Durham, the 6'4", 185-pound senior who's thrown for 1,183 yards already this year. He starts this game with an empty backfield, drops back to throw, has time, fires over the middle. It's incomplete. His intended receiver was Deontay Hare, who has already made 11 catches, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
Yeah, Vernell Holt there in tight coverage.
Holt out there in the secondary. They're going with 5 backs in this game to try to slow down this passing attack. As Willard DeMont usually is the guy that gets carries, he is swung out to the left and catches a swing pass and brings it out to the 27-yard line for a gain of about 5 before he's tackled. And our statistician, Larry Wyatt II, said it was a 6-yard gain, so we'll give him credit for that. It'll be 3rd down and 4 for the Lakers, going no huddle. Trips to the right, twin receivers left. Darnan just picked up a free 1st down as the Battle Spartans, Terrence Luther, jumped offside. You give us a 1st down, we'll give you a 1st down.
Dead ball, offside on the defense. It's a 5-yard penalty, results in a 1st down.
And those are the ones that just drive Coach Matt Herman crazy.
1st and 10 for the Lakers. Trips right. Twin receivers left. Swing pass in the flat to Borbet. Borbet catches a block and then catches a hit as he's brought down after a 3-yard gain. But a penalty marker is down. And this is in the area where it could be a hold.
It's going to be a block in the back, I believe. On Willard DeMott, looked like blocking out wide.
DeMont is a 6', 150-pound senior. Penalty is against the Lakers.
Illegal block in the back on the offense.
Good eyes.
It's a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Repeat 1st down.
Attaboy, Micah, right?
I tried, Tex.
Did you throw your flag? Was that the deal?
I didn't bring it. I would have if I had it with me.
1st and 19. Back to throw. Durham in trouble. Durham eludes a couple of tacklers, trying to get out of bounds, far sideline, steps out at about the 31, 32. He picks up about 7 yards on the play. They had him on the run. Now Carson Durnan can run. They are saying that he went out at the 29, so a gain of 4. 2nd and 15 for Camdenton. Lakers had a good run last year. Won 8 games a year ago. Won their district opening game and then lost the quarterfinal round. Back to throw Durham. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Cornell Holt was defending on the play. And as you could see, Carson Durnan can throw the football. And he does have the wind at his back. No score in this game. We're just under 4 minutes and 49 seconds. 3rd and 15. Trips right. Battle showing a 3-man front. Chris Brown, Memphis Sims, Watts, and Churchill Johnson, the linebackers for Battle. Jace Cooper out there as an extra defensive back. Now a timeout called on the field, as Camdenton didn't like what they were looking at, and they're going to use a timeout here in the first quarter. We are scoreless, 4:49 to play, opening frame.
Start your morning with ABC 17 Storm Track weather.
Wherever you are, whatever your plans, we've got you covered with the ABC 17 Storm Track Future Track.
Detailed hour-by-hour forecast to prepare you for the day.
By noon, you may want that rain gear.
And when sunshine turns to thunderstorms, we keep you ahead of the storm, tracking its path live on TV, always alerting you to the next big change. That's ABC 17 Storm Track weather.
Battle nothing, Camdenton nothing. I mentioned earlier that Battle and Camdenton played back in 2014, the year Battle won the Class 5 state championship. They met in the district title game down in Camdenton. 22-14 was the score of that game. Now we're looking at a 3rd down and 15. Back to throw Durham. He has time. Floats it over the far sideline. It's incomplete. The intended receiver was Michael Machino, and he was open, Micah, right? He had beat the corner.
He was wide open, Tex. That was a touchdown. Just overthrown once again by Durnan, who's maybe a little bit too antsy to start this game. And you said wind at his back, so that could be playing a factor as well. But no doubt about it, that would have been 6.
And it's a punting situation for Camdenton. Durnan usually handles those duties. See, he gets the snap back, has some time, hangs it in the air. And Holt will watch it bounce and step away. And Battle will take over the football for the 2nd time in this game. And they'll take it over at the 28-yard line of the Spartans, where it'll be 1st and 10. And I think Battle will try to do what they did in their first possession, play keep away.
Yeah, that's right. I think that's the way to do it. And their defense did a great job against that passing game against Camdenton. And I think Battle's going to try to play the opposite, like we saw that first drive, play more balanced and get the run game way more involved.
A 48-yard punt by Durham, as the Spartans are still huddled up on the near sideline. Battle's first drive really killed by the personal foul penalty. Cornell Holt now will jump into the offensive alignment as he splits wide to the right. Cornell Holt last week, 3 catches for 24 yards and a touchdown. Holt in motion and hold everything. Timeout called by Battle.
Their first of the half.
So the Battle Spartans didn't like the way the Camdenton Lakers adjusted. A little chess match going on here at Battle High School. We'll be right back.
The stage is set.
We're going to have a crowd tonight.
For an unstoppable season.
It's time to hunt.
And it all starts here.
Here come the Tigers. Touchdown, Missouri. Perfect.
Mizzou Live.
To the 15, to the 10, to the pylon.
Pre- and post-game shows every single week. The only one of its kind for Mizzou fans. And there's only one place to get it.
Battle nothing, Camdenton nothing. Some other big matchups in the CMAC tonight. The big ones at Elias High School in Jefferson City, where Rockbridge is there. Elias and Rockbridge both 3-0 in the league. Hickman will try to win their second in a row. They're at Smith Cotton. And Jeff City is at Capital City in a battle of those Jefferson City schools. 1st and 10 for the Battle Spartans here against Camdenton. Holt in motion, and they pitch it to Holt, trying to get outside, going right, and he's ridden down after a 2-yard gain. That will be a forward pass. So a forward pitch to Holt, but not much of a gain.
Great pursuit by the Lakers defense.
I think on that play was Brady Mills, the linebacker, that made the tackle.
Yeah, and Caden Bowen looked like he was in there as well.
I really think that Battle is going to have to stretch this defense a little bit here if they want to find some running room. Chris Brown behind Wilkerson. They show blitz. Wilkerson wants to throw on 2nd and 9, and the pass in the flat is caught by McBride, and McBride brought down at the 42-yard line, but a penalty marker down as well.
And text where this flag is, it may be offensive pass interference.
I didn't see anything
I'm
out
not
of
sure.
the
I
ordinary,
just know
but
he was open out of the blue, and
wasn't there a downed
I didn't
Laker
see a
maybe there
lineman
somewhere? But anyhow, we'll wait and see as they talk this over. Looks like Hernandez talking things over with Kespool, and here is Chris. Looks like it's going against the Spartans.
Illegal touching on the offense. The receiver was covered up at the snap and touched the ball. It's a 5-yard penalty from the previous spot. Loss of down, 3rd down.
So McBride was an ineligible receiver is what they're telling us, correct?
Yep, and that he must have just been. Don't remember where he was lined up, but he's got to be at the line of scrimmage, can't be covered up.
3rd down and about 14. And Battle's really hurt themselves here in this possession.
Yeah, and that being a loss of down.
In motion is Gordon. And going nowhere are the Battle Spartans. As Chris Brown got the handoff and was buried. And the Spartans are going to have to punt in this scoreless game with 3:27 to play in the 1st quarter. We'll feature the Battle Marching Band at the intermission. We'll have all kinds of entertainment for you, including a look at some scores from around Central Missouri, hopefully. All that coming up. And I have a feeling that once the seals broke on this one, we're going to see some offenses. This punt is booted by Holt, and that is fielded by Borbet, and Borbet with a big open field stick, putting it on him. Borbet for the Battle Spartans was Terrence Luther Jr. A 5-yard return. And Camdenton takes over the football at about the Battle 49. So exchange of punts has moved the Lakers into Spartan territory. And here comes the quarterback, Carson Durham. Durham, one of his favorite receivers is Cole Jennings, as he splits wide to the near side, slot near side. Slot to the left in Machino. Durham, empty backfield, under pressure, in trouble, and down he goes. There's the sack, and crashing through is Chris Brown. And Durham had no time.
No time at all because Chris Brown is a running back. I mean, you're not going to be able to escape that. Blitz up the middle, great timing, great feel for that, timing that sack by Chris Brown.
Loss of 7. That was Brown's 25th tackle of the year. And now the Spartans showing blitz, jumps offside. They jump offside, and there's another free 5 yards for
Dead
Camdenton.
ball. Offside on the defense. 5-yard penalty. Remains 2nd down.
We're going to get a stat here on penalties in this 1st quarter, and you're going to find out the Battle Spartans have really hurt themselves. 2nd down and 12. Out of the pistol. keeping the ball, Durham. Looked like a broken play. Durham turned to his left to try to give it to DeMott, and he wasn't there. He was on the right side. But Durham picks up about 4 yards on the run. It'll be third down. Call it 8. As DeMott, the senior, and Durham, the senior, not on the same page on that play. Back to throw, Durham. He looks over the middle and out to the left, and a great catch in the far flat. Hauling it in is Michael Machina for a first down for the Lakers, and they're inside the Battle 30-yard line.
Phenomenal catch by Machina. High point in the football, one-on-one coverage, textbook receiving right there.
That's his 20th catch of the year. 1st and 10. Here come the Lakers. Durham wants to throw. That pass batted in the air and is incomplete. As a member of the linebacking core for the Spartans knocked that ball in the air. Thinking it was Memphis Sims. And it'll be 2nd down and 10. You can see where Camdenton's trying to turn up the tempo here. So they send trips to the right. Again, they line up with DeMott in the backfield. And he gets the call, catches a block at the line of scrimmage, angling to the sideline, and sidesteps a tackler inside the 20 down to about the 17-yard line. And he has a Camdenton first down. And the Lakers are starting to move the ball. They were held out of the end zone last week. They scored 8 points with 2 field goals and a safety, and that was it. But they're on the march right now. Durham sends 3 to the left, drops back, looks right. Durham under pressure, fires it out of bounds, unloaded. As Camdenton club comes in, they're averaging 30.3 points a game, and they only scored 8 last week. So that tells you they can put up numbers.
It tells you a lot about the Elias defense, too, shutting them down. And we're just seeing them, though, work with tempo, which is very, very tough to defend. Battle did a great job of the first drive, and getting great field position, though, has them humming right now.
They give to DeMott. DeMott at the line of scrimmage runs into some interference, but gouges out 2 or 3 yards before he's brought down. And it'll be 3rd down and call it 7. The Spartans have less field to defend here, but they got to look for about anything as Durham works with an empty backfield again. Tight end left, tight end right. DeMont in motion. Quick pass, incomplete. That was a box out pass intended for Deontay Hare, who got position, but the pass was behind him.
Yeah, I like the play call. I like the route. Like you said, it's just kind of a basketball-type box-out looking setup there, and Durham has just been a little off with his timing with some of his receivers.
Now, DeMott, who kicked field goals of 37 and 26 yards last week against Elias, will attempt looks like a 31-yarder out of the hold of the quarterback, Durnan. Deep snappers, Cole Lane. No score in the game. Snaps down, kicks up. It's on the way, and it's not going to get there. It's wide left, and we still have a shutout, Micah Wright, with 24 seconds to play. Battle gets the ball here to close out this first quarter. And you get the feeling that the Battle Spartans are going to have to clean up their act if they want to stay in this game.
Yeah, and their defense, I mean, that's a huge win. Obviously, their offense put them in a tough spot, having to defend from midfield, and a couple big plays for Camdenton, but not much else. And the Battle offense, I think we're going to see the same game plan as we've seen the first 2 drives. They're going to try to run the ball and stay balanced, though, but running the clock and keeping Camdenton off the field. And I'm sure they're ecstatic to be shutting them out in this first quarter.
Caden Lewis splits wide right. Sanders as well goes to the right. Twin receivers to the left. Wilkerson will put a man in motion in Gordon. Wilkerson on the option, pitches to Gordon. Gordon in trouble, thrown to the ground like a rag doll. Out of the near flat, making that tackle was the safety, Willard DeMott. A loss of 2 yards. And that will probably be the last play of the first quarter. So we have played a scoreless quarter between Battle and Camdenton. We'll be back with quarter number 2 here on the KZOU Game of the Week, presented by the Networks of Mid-Missouri and Columbia Public Schools in a moment. You good, Micah?
Yep, I'm all good.
I think if Battle would just clean their act up, they'd be all right.
Yeah, those penalties have been awful.
And non-necessary type penalties. I mean, unforced. This thing's more in my way here than it is. Is that off? Bring him next week, though. Everything good with you, John? How many yards of penalties for Battle?
Battle has 4 for 25.
Camdenton. The big boys, that's how they do it. They have a little notepad, and they pass that notepad back and forth all the time. Get you ready for the SEC. Actually, I see they're using grease boards these days. This is a TV broadcast, telecast. Just to let you know.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
We move to the second quarter here at Battle High School. Scoreless game between the Spartans and the Camdenton Lakers. Battle with the ball, 2nd down and 12, working from their own 18-yard line. Kendall Wilkerson gives the ball to Chris Brown, and he has nowhere to run. And Battle's going to have to go over the top a little bit here, Micah, right, to loosen up this Camdenton defense.
Yeah, as much as we've talked about them doing a good job of keeping the Camdenton offense off the field and trying to run the football, they're going to have to move down the field throwing it. And they really like the short game and quick throws and screens. But I think we're going to need to see a little bit more than that to challenge this Camdenton defense to keep up with their high-powered offense, which we've got to expect is going to come alive soon.
3rd and 15 for the Spartans, working here at their own 15-yard line. Dangerous part of the field. Wilkerson wants to throw, and now is hit, and Wilkerson trying to avoid the tackle, and they're going to blow the play dead. As the Lakers were able to get penetration, and slowing down the activities was Kaysen Youth, the nose guard.
And this Battle offensive line is just really struggling. That's been something that they've struggled with all season long.
I thought they struggled a little bit with it last year.
Yeah, and last year as well. It's a mix of just some young guys. Or really, you look, I mean, other than a couple they have all upperclassmen, I believe, out there.
Holt will punt it out of the end zone. Boots a low punt. And that will take a Battle bounce. Returning it is DeMott, and DeMott returns it 5 yards, and another short field for the Camdenton Lakers. And you got to credit their defense with setting them up.
Absolutely. I mean, we've talked about the Battle offense doing a great job, but Camdenton's doing just as great of a job to help out their offense, who hasn't kicked into gear yet, giving them great field position once again around midfield.
Macon is leading Centralia 7-0 in the early going. Moberly 21, Fulton 6 in the early part of that game. We're scoreless here at Battle High School. 1st and 10 for the Lakers. Dernan throws it out in a flat, and it's dropped by DeMott. DeMott was running with it before he caught it, and I think he had some room to run.
Oh, he did. And that may have been a reason why he dropped the ball, just lost his concentration because he was thinking about going upfield and may have heard some footsteps there as well.
2nd and 10 from the battle 45. Durnan fires in the flat. It's caught there by DeMott, and he's tripped up with an open field tackle. Over to make the stop for the Battle Spartans was Dante Latham Jr. Gain on the play, though, of 7 yards. Dante Latham Jr. now with 6 tackles on the year. 3rd down and about 3 for Camdenton. Trips to the left, twin receivers right. Man in motion. That's Jennings. Jennings trying to get outside, cuts against the grain and runs into nothing but Spartans. No gain on the play, and it's 4th down. Staying home to make the tackle was Wyatt Belcher-Key, making his 3rd tackle of the year. Wyatt Belcher-Key is one of those guys that has been banged up and is surfaced now for the Battle defense. All right, if you're the Lakers, do you go for it here? 4th and a long 3.
Yeah, I think they do, and they're able to be a bit deceptive with having your quarterback as your punter too, where you could expect a pooch punt, but it looks like they're going.
In motion is Machino. Looks like they're trying to pull the Spartans offside as well, doesn't it?
Yeah, but I don't blame them. Done it a couple times already.
Yeah, going into this quarter, Spartans have been flagged for 4 penalties and 30 yards. Camdenton 3 penalties for 15. Timeout called by Camdenton. We'll be back. Scoreless game here midway through the 2nd quarter. This is the KZOU Game of the Week.
Columbia Public Schools are on a mission, a never-ending quest to be the best school district in the state, and they're well on the way. With the help and support of their generous marketing partners, CPS has contributed over $1.8 million to Missouri State High School Activities Association programs. So how has it paid off? Nearly 40% of the student body in secondary school participate in athletics and activities, and you can be part of the mission too. Visit these websites today for all the details on how you can help CPS and get involved today.
8 minutes, 32 seconds to play in this scoreless first half as the Camdenton Lakers looking at a 4th down and 3 at the Battle 38-yard line. It was obvious the Lakers were trying to pull the Spartans offside, and they used their 2nd timeout of the first half. Durnan with an empty backfield, 7 yards deep. He could be punting here, and he will. As he shanks it off to the right, a very short punt. Takes a neutral bounce, now a Laker bounce inside the 25, down to about the 23, where it'll be 1st and 10 for Battle.
Well, now, Coach Parpitz is saying, look, if I knew you were going to punt it that short, I would have gone for it.
15-yard punt. Yeah, and he comes in with some pretty lofty averages as far as punting goes.
Yeah, he's looked good so far for sure.
That first punt was 40-plus yards. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Battle. Who breaks through here first? So the Spartans bring out their offense. Brandon Grosclose out there as a tight end. Look at this formation. Heavy house backfield. Direct snap to Brown, and Chris Brown brings out to about the 27-yard line for a gain of about 4. As Matt Herman says, all right, we're going to cram it down your throat one way or the other.
And I like mixing it up with unique formation there.
Wide to the left is Gordon. Again, the Spartans go with a tight formation. And again, straight to Chris Brown. Brown looking for running room. Plows his way up the middle across the 30. Penalty marker goes down as Brown goes down near the 1st down marker. This could be a face mask. Or it could be a hold. And Chris Kesp will let us know.
Face mask on the defense. 15 yards from the end of the run. Results in a 1st down.
That was a costly play for the Camdenton Lakers as Battle now at midfield at their own 48. Going with the Wildcat formation to playing smash mouth football.
Yeah, and very costly, as you mentioned.
Eric Hill's in that backfield along with now Wilkerson, who's back out there. You know, Wilkerson's a capable running back as well. Receivers right and left. Hill in the backfield. And in motion is Sanders. They give to Hill up the middle. He drops his shoulders across the 50, trying to get outside. Fights his way to the 45 of the Lakers, where he's finally tackled. And it was Jack Fisher, the Laker linebacker, that made the stop. Fisher, 5'10", 200-pound junior.
A great run by Eric Hill. Just got downhill, just running right off that right edge and fighting for extra yardage to set up second and short. And I like using him and Brown. Just kind of a thunder and lightning type combo.
Long snap count as the Lakers get a little antsy but stay on their side of the ball. Wilkerson out of the pistol. Fires it a flat, and it is caught for first down yardage with the catch for Battle is Gordon. Edger and Gordon with a catch, his 8th of the year. 1st and 10 for Battle. Scoreless game, 6:20 to play, second quarter. This is Battle's deepest penetration on Camdenton in this game. They give the ball to Hill, and Hill has nowhere to run. Nothing but white jerseys there. As Hill is spun down. And a shaken up Laker. Now just slow to get up, as Paul Muff, the defensive end at 6'2", 215, was at the bottom of the pile, meaning he probably initiated contact.
Yeah.
One way or the other. A loss on the play at 2.
Yeah, and these interior defensive linemen for the Lakers are really having their way. As Battles move the ball, moving outside, whether that's a quarterback run or a handoff off the edge or throwing a short screen or passing the flat. Just haven't gotten anything up the middle.
2nd and 12. And on the keeper, it's Wilkerson looking for a block, trying to get outside, gets to the edge, to the 35 to 30, and finally ridden out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. Kendall Wilkerson with his biggest gain of the night. He came in with a minus 51 rushing the ball. He just erased about half of it.
Yeah, and that, of course, is due to sacks, unfortunately, for him, but great read there. That's a read option play off the left side, and a great job by this Battle offensive line and receiving core on that left edge to set the edge, to give him that outside lane. Biggest play of the day for the Spartans.
Hill still in the backfield, and Hill gets the call, and there's a flag that flies just as Battle tries to execute the play. We haven't seen much of Chris Brown after he served as the Wildcat. And early in this possession, it's offsides against Camdenton.
Dead ball, offside on the defense. It's a 5-yard penalty, remains first down.
First and 5 for the Spartans. Sanders in a slot to the left, a slot right. Handoff goes to Hill. He dances his way inside the 15. Fumble, loose football. They scramble for it, and I believe the Lakers have covered it up. Eric Hill had a nice run going, and the ball got popped loose, and the Lakers pick up the turnover. As Battle commits the turnover, the first turnover of the night. We'll take a timeout. 5:32 to play, first half, no score.
Go ahead and roll, Matt.
Experiencing a personal injury can feel like being caught in a relentless storm. Mounting medical bills, lost wages, and uncertainty. Your financial security is at risk. But there is a lifeline. Harper, Evans, Hillbrenner, and Nedemeyer is committed to securing more than just a big settlement. We will maximize your compensation by negotiating down medical bills and liens so your settlement goes into your pocket. Visit lawmissouri.com to find out how much your case is worth.
I'm Richard Karn, and I love my hose. It ain't those old hoses. This is my hose. The new Pocket Hose Copper Bullet, now infused with real copper, so your water is always clean and lead-free. Just turn on the water and watch your hose grow and grow. And when you turn off the water, away it goes. Our new inner tube uses 3 layers of high-strength latex on the inside. Then it's wrapped in a new polymer filament jacket. 3 times stronger than the other hoses. But my favorite part of our new hose build? The oversized, easy-to-grip fittings. Get the super light 25-foot Pocket Hose Copper Bullet today for only $29.99. But wait, call now and get our copper spray nozzle with our exclusive thumb drive free. This is an exclusive release of our newest Pocket Hose. Order now.
Call 1-800-960-2081. That's 1-800-960-2081 or visit copperbullet.hose.com. Order now.
The Battle Spartans were on the march, and they fumbled the football away, and now the Lakers dodge the bullet, take over at their own 11-yard line. This presentation of the KZOU Game of the Week brought to you in part by the Columbia Public Schools. Durham has a running back behind him, and he gives to that back and nowhere to go. And it's going to be a loss of about 3 yards for Camdenton, as DeMott got the handoff, and that Battle defensive front was there, led by Brandon Cook, Gabe Truss, who's wearing number 72 tonight, and Terrence Luther. 2nd and 13. Durham wants to throw, fires over the middle with the catch is Machino, and he's got a blocker, breaks a tackle out across the 20 and brought down at about the 27-yard line. On a crossing pattern, Machino makes the catch. He's had a couple here tonight.
And that's a very well-executed cross screen there. Machina, after the catch, is so good and physical, tough to bring down. Well-timed play right there to get out of your own end zone.
1st and 10. Swing pass in the flat. DeMott's got it. DeMott looking for a block. He cuts outside and is forced out of bounds near midfield. He goes out at about the 48-yard line, and another first down for the Lakers. Camdenton trying to spread this Battle defense all over the field. Battle coming in, giving up 38 points per game after allowing Hickman to score 34 last week. Durden hands it off to DeMott. DeMott off left tackle across the 45, tackled at about the 44-yard line, where it'll be 2nd down for the Lakers. 4:05 to play in the half. Lakers have 1 timeout remaining.
Yep, and they're still working hurry up like they have all game so far.
Empty backfield. Lakers coached by Par Pitts in his 2nd year. He was a Camdenton Laker. If that name sounds familiar, he was the head coach at Palmyra, Odessa, and at Troy Buchanan. Back to throw, Durham, rolling right, fires underneath. It's incomplete. Pass was defended by Marquez Messin, by Ashantis Henderson. Henderson batted that away.
And Terrence Luther off the left edge did a great job bringing pressure to force an errant throw. But 3rd and short for Camdenton, got wide open playbook.
Trips to the right, twin receivers left. Durham drops back, throws in a flat, caught by DeMott. He's got a first down and is tripped up at the 38. Tripped up, but not before he picked up first down yardage. That tackle was made by Dante Latham. Here come the Lakers in a hurry, as they signal in the next play. Back to throw, Durham has time, fires far sideline, it's incomplete. Vernell Holt was defending on the play. The intended receiver was Owen Barbet. Barbet, 5'9", 150-pound senior.
And not a bad throw by Durham there. It was an out-and-up pattern, but great coverage.
2nd and 10. for the Lakers. Again, an empty backfield. Back to throw Durham. Pocket collapse. Durham fires. That's incomplete. And a late flag comes in. Defending on the play for Battle was Dewey Rashawn Churchill Johnson. And I think he's going to get hit with pass interference.
Yeah, and I think that was good, tight coverage. Only thing is if his left arm was wrapped around, then I understand throwing it, but that sure just looked like him making a play on the ball.
At the next level, it's definitely not an interference call, but it is tonight. Here's Christopher Crest.
Pass interference on the defense. It's a 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. Results in a first down.
Man, that sets up Camdenton. Penalties, penalties, penalties.
It's been costly on both sides, really. It hasn't resulted in points just yet, but that one very well could here with the Lakers driving in the near the red zone.
And Matt Herman, the former Hickman quarterback, says, hold everything. We're going to talk this over. So Battle uses a timeout. 2:55 to play the first half. Scoreless here on the east side of Columbia.
Columbia Public Schools are on a mission, a never-ending quest to be the best school district in the state, and they're well on the way. With the help and support of their generous marketing partners, CPS has contributed over $1.8 million to Missouri State High School Activities Association programs. So how has it paid off? Nearly 40% of the student body in secondary school participate in athletics and activities, and you can be part of the mission too. Visit these websites today for all the details on how you can help CPS and get involved today.
No score here at Battle High School. 2:55 to play. Camdenton deep in Battle territory at the 23-yard line with a 1st and 10. Like to thank Lindley Mays, our camera operator number 1, Isabel George, camera 2, and Harvey Munter, our 3rd camera operator tonight. Thanks to Larry Wyatt, our statistician. Cooper Bryant's the director. Our producer engineer is the one and only John Hook. Micah Wright's at the other microphone, and I am Tex Little. 1st and 10 for the Lakers at the 23. Durham looks right, now goes deep, and it is caught for a Laker touchdown with a catch. Owen Barbet as he hauls it in from 23 yards away, and Camdenton is on the board. So it comes with 2:49 to play in this second quarter. 23-yard touchdown strike.
And Tex, it was a fake screen there on the short side of the field, and Owen Barbet, slot receiver, ran a tremendous wheel route to haul in that touchdown, and the Lakers finally on the board through the air. Who would have thought it?
What a drive for the Camdenton Lakers. It started at the 11. Extra point attempt by DeMott is on the way, and it's good. And the Camdenton Lakers have surged out in front here with 2:49 to play in the first half with a 7-0 lead. We'll be back with more in a moment. This is the KZOU Game of the Week.
The stage is set.
We're going to have a crowd tonight.
For an unstoppable season. It's time to hunt. And it all starts here.
Here come the Tigers. Touchdown, Missouri.
Perfect!
Mizzou Live.
To the 15, to the 10, to the pylon.
Pre- and post-game shows every single week. The only one of its kind for Mizzou fans. And there's only one place to get it.
What a drive by the Camdenton Lakers. They took over the football at their own 11-yard line, drove it 89 yards, 8 plays, took 2 minutes, 43 seconds. They scored on a 23-yard touchdown pass from Durham to Owen Barbet. As Barbet hauled it in, the extra point by DeMont, and the Lakers lead Battle by a score of 7-0 as the Spartans helped the Lakers out in that drive with a few penalties, a big 15-yarder. Pass interference. And now the kickoff by Durham. Line drive kick into the wind, and that'll bounce into the end zone. And it'll be 1st and 10 for Battle at their own 20-yard line. As the Spartans who were on the move, fumbled it away in their last possession in the red zone.
Yeah, just one step forward, had a great drive built up to go in, up 7-0 in the red zone, like you said, and then 2 steps back with the fumble. Just costly turnover. And then their defense had been playing so well, but it just seemed like that deflated the whole team. And Camdenton goes right down the field, 8 plays, 89 yards, less than 3 minutes, and now you're down 7-0 despite playing a great game on defense.
Wilkerson swings it out into the flat. Jace Cooper makes the catch and stays on his feet and gets across the 25 and is forced out of bounds in front of the battle bench by Caden Bowen. Nice play there, 7-yard gain. Spartans just got to keep from shooting themselves in the foot.
Yeah, and they, after getting the ball first to start the game, they're needing a score to try to even it up going into halftime.
Hand off to Chris Brown up the middle, and he fights his way forward for a couple of yards, but stops shy of the first down stick. It's going to be 3rd and inches.
Yeah, and you're going to need to throw the ball here in the 2-minute drill. As Chris Brown's a talented player, maybe you throw a screen or pass to the flat for him, but you're needing to move the ball downfield quickly here. So they're still taking up some time just getting the play in.
Yeah, no sense of urgency right now from the bench. Back there. Are letting time expire here. Twin receivers left, twin to the right. And they just pulled him offside with the hand clap. As the Lakers jumped.
On the defense, it's a 5-yard penalty, results in a first down.
So Camdenton not satisfied here either as they commit the foul. 1st and 10 for battle. Slot right, slot left, back to throw Wilkerson. Wants to go deep, and the fires in his intended receiver, Jace Cooper. It's incomplete.
And one of the few times we've seen Battle take a shot downfield. Cooper had about a half step, but that just needed to be a perfectly thrown ball. Pretty good coverage.
You got to give the Lakers a little credit there. Been impressed with the play of Willard DeMott, both offensively and defensively. He does a lot of things, even though it doesn't necessarily show up on the stat sheet.
Yeah, and he's had a great game. It's been the timely run calls that he's picked up good yardage for their offense.
Pistol formation. Chris Brown back out there. They swing it out in the flat to Gordon, and Gordon forced out of bounds at the 40-yard line. But a gain on the play of almost 6. But
Yeah.
getting out of bounds stops the clock with 1:18 to play. Battle does have 2 timeouts remaining.
And I thought Gordon, understand you need to get out of bounds to save time. I thought he could have picked up more yardage if he would have gone inside the block there on the edge to get a first down, which would have stopped the clock momentarily.
Out of the pistol. 4 rushers. Passing the flat to Gordon for a first down, and he's out of bounds. It took all of about 7 seconds, if that much. 1st and 10 for the Spartans. So they appear to be in the mode of the 2-minute drill. Next week, we'll be back at Hickman High School for that rivalry. The Jefferson City Jays and the Hickman Cupies. Should be a dandy, shouldn't it, Micah?
Yeah, and I think I only got to see Jeff City once this year so far, as they had a rough one against Rockbridge.
Wilkerson drops back to throws, going deep. Holt, the intended receiver, it's tipped in, and then in and out of the hands of Vernell Holt. It's incomplete. Holt had a chance after it was tipped to haul it in. He gave it an effort, but came up just short.
Yeah, near interception, a poorly thrown ball. It was underthrown. But then Vernell Holt had a chance to score off the deflection, just did not go their way. Really a break for both teams, because it could have been an interception, could have been a touchdown. And
that was Samo defending on the play. Back to throw Wilkerson. This time he swings it sidearm underneath. It's caught by Gordon, but a penalty marker down. And it's going against Battle as the Spartans will be called for holding. 1:04 to play. But they did rule it a catch by Cooper for first down yardage, but it'll come back. And they step
Holding on the offense. It's a 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Repeat the down.
I felt like the Battle is fortunate they stepped that off from the line of scrimmage. Previous spot. Trips to the left. Low snap. Recovering Wilkerson. He fires this. Incomplete. Intercepted. Picked off by Elijah Dickerson. As Dickerson stepped right in front of that pass, he'd seen it come through there a number of times, Micah, and he was ready.
Yep, he was ready, and it was just a screenplay that was read perfectly, and you just cannot overthrow that ball if you're Wilkerson. That's the only way you can turn it over on a screen pass is if it's a deflected pass or just overthrowing your running back, and that's exactly what Wilkerson did. And a Battle team that's hung in tough all of a sudden with a couple turnovers, and this one setting up the Lakers at the 30 going in Battle territory.
56 seconds to play in the half. Back to throw Durham. Durham going deep. He's got a receiver. Hauling it in and breaking a tackle and going to the end zone and stepping out of bounds just shy of the end zone is Michael Machino. And the Lakers are trying to strike quickly here, and they are in great shape. First and goal to go with the 3.
Yeah, Machino's got a great matchup constantly with his height. About 6'1", 6'2", very athletic as well. He's been open a lot tonight.
28-yard pass play. Now in the backfield, DeMont. And he gets keep it is Durham going straight ahead. Touchdown Lakers. As Durham on the option kept it, ran it up the middle for the touchdown. A 3-yard TD run by Carson Durham. That is his 4th rushing touchdown of the year.
And turnovers resulting into points is why this Battle Spartans team trails. And their defense is hung tough. They gave up a long drive after their offense fumbled, after they were looking like they were going in to score. But that costly Wilkerson interception.
DeMont's extra point is good. And it is 14-0 Camdenton. We'll be back with the closing moments of the first half in a moment. This is the KZOU Game of the Week.
Columbia Public Schools are on a mission, a never-ending quest to be the best school district in the state, and they're well on the way. With the help and support of their generous marketing partners, CPS has contributed over $1.8 million to Missouri State High School Activities Association programs. So how has it paid off? Nearly 40% of the student body in secondary school participate in athletics and activities, and you can be part of the mission too. Visit these websites today for all the details on how you can help CPS and get involved today.
After a scoreless first quarter, the Camdenton Lakers have found the end zone twice now, taking advantage of a couple of Battle Spartan turnovers. The last one happened at the Battle 31-yard line, and 2 plays later, Carson Durham ran it in from 3 yards out. DeMont's extra point made it a 14-0 Camdenton lead. 31-yard drive, 2 plays, 11 seconds, and 44 seconds remain here in the first half. And now Durham will boot this one off to the right and out of bounds. And Battle will get the football at the 35-yard line with the penalty marker out. And good field position for the Spartans with 44 seconds to play and 2 timeouts. Have you noticed the quarterback, Kendall Wilkerson, dropping down sidearm, throwing that pass here in the near flat, and he did it 2 or 3 times?
Free kick out of bounds on the kicking team. Battle is elected to take the ball at the 35-yard line. First down.
And not getting a lot on those sidearm deliveries.
Yeah, and that's just one of those where you got to be quick. A lot of quarterbacks don't throw with the laces on those quick screens or quick pass to the flat, and that is what we've been seeing tonight.
Chris Brown plows his way up the middle and gets out to about the 43-yard line. Brown has been held in check pretty much throughout this first half. That was a 9-yard gain as he bulldozed his way up the middle. 23 seconds to play in the half. And they're going to give to Brown again. Brown this time is brought down at the 46-yard line of Camdenton. And now Matt Herman may start using the timeout here.
Yeah, they're definitely going to should be able to get a couple shots to the end zone.
And with 13 seconds remaining on the clock, Herman is asking for more time. He thought he had the timeout earlier. But the Spartans will use a timeout. Well, we had a scoreless first quarter. Camdenton drove the ball deep, and the Battle Spartans were able to stand up defensively, and then Battle drove the ball all the way down to about the 13-yard line of the Lakers before it was fumbled away. The Lakers then turned it around and put together an 89-yard drive, scoring on a touchdown pass from Carson Durham to Owen Borbet, a 23-yard touchdown pass, capping that drive. Extra point made it 7-0 with 2:49 to play in the first half. And then after a Battle interception, Carson Durham ran it in from 3 yards away, capping a short 31-yard drive, 2 plays, and only took 11 seconds. And even though the stat sheet's going to look fairly even, I believe, when Larry Wyatt has it all figured out, the scoreboard looks a little lopsided.
Yeah, and those 2 turnovers, and Battle has had the dominant time of possession so far, and it hasn't shown on the scoreboard as they're scoreless.
1st and 10 with 14 seconds to play, and thrown deep is Wilkerson, and it's incomplete as he was trying to connect with Jace Cooper in the far corner. Cooper was triple covered and then outran the coverage, but the pass was not catchable. And with 9 seconds to play, Battle will launch another one. Second and 10. Might be the final play of the first half. Wilkerson looking for a screen. Now rolls out to his right, flips it in the air. It's tipped and then caught with the catch for the Spartans is McBride. Checked out with a catch is Sanders on a tip ball, but time has expired here in the half. As we have reached the midway point of this one, and right now it's the Camdenton Lakers leading the Battle Spartans here at the intermission by a score of 14-0. The Lakers 2-1 in the CMAC, the Spartans 0-3, both teams needing wins. We'll be back with our halftime activities in a moment. This is the KZOU Game of the Week presented by the networks of Mid-Missouri and Columbia Public Schools.
Stay ahead of Mid-Missouri's changing weather with the ABC 17 Storm Track weather app. Rain or shine, you'll be the first to know. Download the free app today.
At Jim Butler, we know Jeep drivers give a duck. That's why we give a duck about offering the lowest new Jeep prices. We give a duck about having the biggest Jeep selection for miles. We give a duck about making your Jeep buying experience as excellent as possible. And we'll actually give you a duck to prove it. Start your Jeep ducking adventure online or come see why our new Jeep showroom in Centralia is worth the drive during Jeep Adventure Days. Because
Jim Butler is the Jeep powerhouse.
1851 Underground Tap and Grill offers historical architecture, great food, and an unforgettable experience.
It's a great place for specialty burgers, and be sure to try the Fire and Ice Chicken.
We love to bring our clients for half-price appetizers.
Great food, great location, great service. What more could you want?
Come see for yourself.
Why we say,
Where good friends,
great food,
and excellent service come together.
When severe weather rolls in, the ABC 17 Storm Tracker 360 rolls out, alerting you to live conditions with our 360 camera.
We are still continuing to track some hail as it moves back off to the east.
Tracking every angle, every move of severe weather's path, so you know exactly what to avoid before heading out.
Look at some of the debris.
The ABC 17 Storm Tracker 360 is sponsored by M5 Contracting.
Welcome back to Battle High School. I'm Tex Little alongside Micah Wright as we're at the half, and the Battle Spartan Marching Band is preparing for their halftime performance, and we'll take you down there in just a moment. It is the Camdenton Lakers with a 14-0 halftime lead, as the Lakers got a couple late scores in that second quarter, taking advantage of a couple of costly battle turnovers, and the Lakers have some momentum, as they have found a way to push it into the end zone against a battle defense that has played very solid for most of the game, but overworked because of the turnovers. As we now are moments away from the performance by the Battle Marching Band, as they're going through last-moment preparations. Would like to remind you, next week we'll be back at Hickman High School, where the Hickman Cupies will entertain the Jefferson City Jays, and of course that's a 7 o'clock kickoff at Bob Lamone Field on Alumni Stadium. We'll have a rundown of Larry Wyatt's stats at the half, and then we'll also take a look at some scores around the CMAC and Central Missouri when time permits. But we don't want to miss any of this performance from the Marching Spartans, as they are seconds away from taking over. Let's go down to the field.
Drum majors Cohen Wynn and Matthew Foley, is your band ready? High school band, you may take the field.
Black wings beat a troubled rhyme through a veil of twilight's grime. A lone blackbird, heart alight. Seeks a path through deepest night.
Let him get his what's done first, so we've got it.
his way. In the heart of the forest, where secrets dwell, he spreads his wings under the spell. Rustling leaves, a whispered plea, will dawn find him, or the unseen. Twisted branches and eerie calls. He ventures deep where darkness sprawls.
That's the Battle High School Marching Band. A very nice performance, very well done here at the half. As Battle and Camdenton's football action will continue in moments. It's halftime, and it is Camdenton leading the homestanding Spartans by a score of 14-0. We'll be back with a look at some statistics and some scores and a little bit of everything. We'll have it all for you right here. This is the KZOU Game of the Week.
I'm here at Algier Salvage in Millersburg with George Algier. George, what services do you offer here?
Well, we buy scrap cars, we buy aluminum, copper, white goods, any kind of heavy iron, pretty much anything to do with recycling in the way of metals. We handle all of that. Bring your cars to us, or we can go and we can bid on them and come and get them, and we always haul them free.
From Algier Salvage in Millersburg.
Come see us.
I'm ABC 17's Lucas Geisler with Boone County Clerk Brianna Lennon. The 2024 presidential election is coming up, and you need to know all your options for casting a ballot.
If you can't make it to the polls, you can request a mailed absentee ballot starting 6 weeks before Election Day. If you want to vote early, you can vote in person during no excuse absentee voting, which starts 2 weeks before Election Day.
The Boone County Government Center is your place to be. All you need is a photo ID like a Missouri driver's license, U.S. passport, or military ID.
Go online to learn more.
If you want to do this, then you need a Ram. And if you want a Ram, then you need to go to Jim Butler, Mid-Missouri's Ram powerhouse. Jim Butler sells more new Rams than any other dealer in the region, meaning you'll get the biggest selection and the best price on the latest Ram models. Plus, a great buying experience from a team that loves Rams as much as you do. So, if you want to do this, then you gotta do this. Come see why we're worth the drive during the Ram Power Days event.
Jim Butler is the Ram powerhouse.
Back here at Battle High School, the Battle Spartans are trailing the visiting Camdenton Lakers by a score of 14-0 here at the half. And taking a quick look at first half statistics. First downs, Camdenton 10, Battle 9. Camdenton ran the ball 10 times for 30 yards. Battle with 17 rushes for 43 yards. Camdenton picked up 97 yards passing, while Battle picked up 68 yards passing. Camdenton was 6 of 15. They threw for 1 touchdown. And we've got to correct something here. That's 97 yards of rushing offense for the Camdenton Lakers and 68 yards rushing offense for Battle. A little confusion here. Total yards tonight, 127 for Camdenton, 111 for Battle. And I go back, that was passing yards, 97 for Camdenton, 68 for Battle. Battle was 10 of 16 throwing the ball for those 68 yards, and they threw 1 interception. And again, for Camdenton, they were 6 of 15 with 1 touchdown strike for 127 yards. Total yardage for Camdenton, 127, Battle 111. Penalties, Camdenton 7 penalties, 40 yards, Battle 6 penalties for 55. Battle fumbled the ball once and lost that fumble. Battle punted the ball 3 times for an average of 38 yards, and Camdenton punted it twice for 30-yard average. Punt returns, 2 returns for Camdenton for 5 yards. Time of possession, Battle 15 minutes and 17 seconds, and for Camdenton 8 minutes and 43 seconds. Running the football for the Spartans, Brown 9 carries, 22 yards. Wilkerson 3 carries for 13. Hill 3 carries for 13. And Sanders has 1 rush for -3. Gordon 1 rush for -2. DeMott has carried the ball 4 times for Camdenton for 20 yards. Dernan 4 carries for 4 yards and a touchdown. Fort Bay has 1 rush for 6 yards. Wilkerson has done all the passing for Battle, and Dernan has done all the passing for the Lakers. The Lakers, Fort Bay, 1 catch, 23 yards and a touchdown. Machino, 2 catches for 48 yards. DeMont, 3 catches for 33 yards. Gordon, 3 catches for 14 yards for Battle. Sanders, a catch for 18. Cooper, 2 catches for 5 yards. Brown, 1 catch for 11. Gordon, as I mentioned, 3 for 14, and Holt has 1 catch for 1 yard. Again, total yardage, Camdenton 127 yards, Battle 111 yards. It's kind of what we expected to see when we looked at the numbers, Micah.
Yeah, very even in terms of yardage and not even in time of possession, which is just surprising. Battle, I mean, it's not surprising to see that number, but just to see a 0 on the scoreboard after controlling the ball for over 15 minutes. And you know Camdenton's going to work quick and move the ball down the field quickly with their no huddle and their up-tempo passing attack. But for Battle to really control the clock, like we said, was a key for them. And to be down 14-0 has just got to be super, super disappointing for the Spartans.
With the big stat, 2 turnovers.
Yep, that have led to 14 points directly. And the one before the half is just inexcusable. I mean, really, both of them are inexcusable, obviously, but that one in particular, where you're back in your own territory, you're trying to throw a simple screen, and Wilkerson just left it hanging and just made a mistake overthrowing the running back, Chris Brown. That one is really, really costly. As the other one by Eric Hill was just a fumble where it's just simple. You gotta hold on to the ball with two hands in contact, and unfortunately that was when they were going to try to score to take an early lead, and then just on the flip side, you put yourself in a 14-0 hole with that second turnover. That was the interception.
Well, you know what, the spread offenses and high-powered offenses that we've come accustomed to seeing, and even on the high school level, you still have to remember the fact that you have to treasure possessions of the football. You got to take care of the ball, and it comes down to some fundamentals there, and you can't give the ball up, you can't cough it away, and then when it's a low-scoring game, it's even more so a factor because it could be the swing of the game.
Yeah, and really, I mean, to have those two turnovers to be the reason why you're down 14-0, that's not terrible compared to what the Camdenton offense has been able to do so far this season. They had a tough go last week, but their team that's scoring, over 30 points a game, I believe, and coming into tonight, Battle, if you'd say we'd allow 14 at half, I think they'd be pretty good with that. It's just the way that it's self-inflicted wounds is the reason why it's just really tough for the Spartans. And their defense really hung in there until that fumble that really just seemed like it deflated the entire team as they let the Lakers go all the way down the field, 90 yards.
Taking a look at scores from around the conference, Elias and Rockbridge are tied at 7. That is at Henches Stadium down in Jefferson City, 7-7 at the half, Elias and Rockbridge. The Hickman Cupies lead the Smith Cotton Tigers 21-0 at the half. Capital City leads Jefferson City 35-7. That's a halftime score. In the third quarter, Father Tolton has put up 42 points. They lead West Platte 42-21. Centralia now leads Macon 24-7 in the third quarter. Moberly 35, Fulton 6. That's in the second quarter. Hannibal leads Mexico 26-0 at the intermission. It is Blair Oaks crushing Boonville 48-0 at halftime. Osage 14, California 7. North Callaway leads Palmyra 12-6 at the half. South Callaway 32, Russellville 20. Fayette 47, Lynn 6. Herman leads Owensville 28-6. Versailles 35, or rather Warsaw 35, Versailles nothing. That's in the third quarter. And Salisbury trying to bounce back after losing last week. They now lead Scotland County by a score of 16-0. I think Scotland County's undefeated up north. But that's a check of the scores from around the area. And still looking for a score on that Kirksville-Marshall game. And the other one we're looking for is Southern Boone at Dexter. But communication out of Dexter is not always easy. Anyhow, here at the half, it's Battle trailing Camdenton by a score of 14-0. We'll be back in a few moments. Well, we'll keep it right here for now. But, Mike, I guess turnovers is what you got to emphasize. You can't afford to turn the ball over. I think as well, Battle has got to just clean up their game.
Yeah, and really both sides, it hasn't been clean. I mean, the Camdenton passing attack that's so vital to their entire team, really all their offense has been through the air. They were 6 for 15 on that end, so it just really hasn't been efficient from both sides. And Battle just really trying to stay balanced, but it's been tough.
We'll be back with the second half in a moment. This is the KZOU Game of the Week presented by the networks of Mid-Missouri and Columbia Public Schools.
You know that guy? The one who's not afraid to ask the tough questions?
What goes into your decision making?
The guy uncovering problems affecting our community.
Why was there no step taken?
Getting to the bottom of what matters most.
Do you believe that's enough to ensure that these places are safe?
Yeah, this guy, ABC 17 news anchor and investigative reporter Lucas Geisler. Got a news tip for Lucas? Scan the code or click the share tab on abc17news.com to send one to him.
Do you use Viagra or Cialis? Have you been thinking about trying Viagra or Cialis? What if we can promise you the same results for less than $3 a pill? If you're paying $20 or more a pill for Viagra, you're getting taken to the cleaners. Our pill delivers the exact same results for less than $3. We'll do the math for you. You'll save more than $16 a pill for the same results. Want more? We'll give you 40 blue pills or 40 yellow pills for $99 and add 4 more pills free. You save more than $500. Stop overpaying for expensive prescriptions. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to know what to do next. You need to call now and get your 44 pills for just $99. Stop overpaying for Viagra. Call us anytime, day or night, and start saving big money for the exact same results. Have your credit card ready. Ordering is fast and easy with your pills delivered to your door in a non-marked package. Call now.
ABC 17 News is now available on any of these streaming services and devices. ABC 17 News, where the news comes first.
Tex Little and Micah Wright here at Battle High School as we get set for the second half kickoff as the Camdenton Lakers with a 14-0 lead will get the football, Micah. And if you're the Battle Spartans, you need a 3-and-out here to get the ball.
Yeah, and they've just lost all their momentum. And even though the game was scoreless for a long time till those last few minutes, really felt like Battle had control and really was playing the game they wanted to play and living up to their game plan on both sides. But like we've said, 2 turnovers is the reason why they're down 14 points. And it's really just about getting some type of momentum back, forcing a stop. And they're going to try to do so with the 3-and-out here to start this half.
DeMont and Borbet go deep for this kickoff. As Brady Kreitz is ready to boot the ball. As he approaches. And his short end over end kick is fielded by an up back. And he returns it to the 31-yard line. With that return was Caden Bowen. A 10-yard return. And good field position to start the second half for the Camdenton Lakers. The Lakers are 2-2. They opened the year with a big win against Jeff City down at Atkins Stadium, 53-28. Then they went to Branson and got spanked 35-14. They whipped Smith Cotton 46-14. And last week, Elias put it on Camdenton 38-8. So the Lakers come out with an empty backfield. Trips left, 2 receivers right. Durham swings it in the flat, caught by DeMont. DeMont hit at the line and falls forward for a couple yards. Nice open field tackle there by Cam Watts of the Battle Spartans. It'll be second down, 8.
And you mentioned DeMont and all that he does. That's really acts like an extension of the run game, as they're not going to run the football a lot, but DeMont able to catch those swing passes. It's kind of an extension of it.
This swing pass in the flat to DeMont. He's hit immediately after making the catch, a short gain. Over to make the stop was Cam Watts again. As Watts going from sideline to sideline. And it's third down. It almost looks like he's spying DeMont.
Yeah, great open field tackle by Watts there to prevent any yards after the catch. Chance to get the 3-and-out, as you better believe that Durnan's going to hard count given penalties that the Spartans defensive line gave him in the first half.
Durham now trying to get a new play in from the sideline. He has time on the play clock. 3rd and 7. He puts DeMont in motion. And DeMont gets the handoff up the middle. Penalty marker goes down. That might be a hold where they threw the flag. As DeMont is close to first down yardage, but I think he's shy.
Yeah, it looks like it's in the vicinity of holding.
And there's the initial indication.
But I really like that play call, though. 3rd and 7. You wouldn't expect a run, and the penalty unfortunately brings it back. But
unfortunately for the Lakers, when they put a man in motion, about 85-90% of the time they run out with that man in motion, especially if it's DeMont. So a 10-yard penalty. It's 3rd down and 17. What I'm saying is it doesn't surprise the Spartans. Back to throw, Durham. His pass over the middle is caught. And with the catch and breaking tackles is Machino. And he gets it out to the 41-yard line, but he stopped shy of the first down. And now the Lakers have to make a decision, a 16-yard gain.
Yeah, he's about a full yard short, but that's another cross screen that we saw. We saw them run out of their own end to set up their 89-yard touchdown drive, and that same play call there, and it sets up an opportunity to go for it.
4th and 1 from their own 41, leading 14-0.
And we did see the pooch punt, so we got to remember that Durnan is their punter as well. Already started with the hard count.
And DeMott is in the backfield. In the pistol. They give to DeMott, and he dives forward. It's close. It'll depend on the spot if he got the first down. Spartans don't think he got it.
Well, the far side official.
And according to the spot, they didn't get it.
Yep, far side official was not the one who was on the call, so that one, it looks well short.
I think they're going to bring the chains on for a measurement. Chris Kespool wants to make sure that this is executed right.
Yeah,
but it looks like he's about a yard shy.
Measurement is not needed. I mean, that's almost a full yard short. A phenomenal stop by the Spartan defense. And I'm a little concerned about the officials.
Requested the measurement?
Yeah, I'm a little concerned about their eyes. They may need to get that checked.
And the Spartans have the football as they get it on downs.
And there's the momentum, Tex.
Yes,
we
it is.
said it. They
yes, indeed.
Get to set up their offense and great field position in plus territory. And Camdenton really thought they could pick up that yard and a half, and credit the Battle Spartan defensive line making the play, getting in the backfield.
You know, that's an interesting decision to go for.
In your own territory. I mean, I understand since it's within 1 or 2 yards, but that is the risk you take.
And if you get the first down, it's a momentum booster for you. If you don't, you just handed the momentum to your opposition.
Yeah.
They give the ball to Chris Brown. Brown battling his way to the near sideline across the 35 down to about the 32-yard line. Another run of about 8 or 9 yards for Chris Brown, who came in here averaging right at 7 yards a carry. Picks up 8 on that carry. And it's second and a very short 2. Chris Brown's a load at 6'2", 210 pounds. And at times he looks like a man running against boys.
Yeah, and he's very agile, though, with that frame.
Brown was hit in the backfield, carries a would-be tackler, and that is Dickerson back to the line of scrimmage. But those outside linebackers were sitting there waiting for Chris Brown to get the ball.
Yeah, I mean,
no one touched him. It'll be third and short.
And it takes a gang to bring him down like they did so there in the backfield for no gain. But at Battle, I just like to see them be a little more unpredictable. It seems like every second and short scenario, they're just running the football right up the middle, and it's not really been working.
You know, you would think you run the option with Brown.
Or the QB keeper has been really successful as well. We'll see if they go back to that.
3rd and 2. High snap, swing pass in the flat, caught there by Gordon, who sidesteps a tackler inside the 30 down to the 21, 22-yard line for a Battle first down. Nice run after the catch by Edgerrin Gordon. He's been one of the favorite targets of Wilkerson tonight.
Yeah, great block. I think it was Caden Lewis as well to help him get the yardage needed for the first down. And that's what I like to see, getting them to the far side of the field, getting your athletes out in space. Only needed a couple yards, and great job by Edgerrin after the catch.
They give to Brown up the middle. Chris Brown spins his way inside the 20 down to about the 15-yard line for another 7.5-yard gain.
Actually, looks like that was Tyler Mays.
You're correct. Here he comes out of there, lost his helmet.
Yeah, big number 26. I like them featuring him. I mean, listed at 5'11", 250. I mean, he's tough to bring down. And if they're wanting to run up the middle like that, I think he's the guy to do it.
Now Brown back in. Slot left. 3-man front for the Lakers, looking at a second down and a long 3. And on the option, they give the ball to Brown, sliding off right tackle, and Brown gets it inside the 15, but stops shy of first down yardage, a gain of 2, maybe 1. It's going to be 3rd down and about 2.
Yep, no question this is 4-down territory, though.
Battle now changing their personnel just a bit as they bring in Sergio Lopez to operate out of that backfield, and actually Wilkerson comes out of the formation.
And I think we'll see that Wildcat that really worked well. They had a drive there in the second quarter. They ran it a couple times in a row.
It's going to be offsides, but was the Laker pulled offsides? Offside Camdenton. That'll be an automatic first down. Maybe you leave that Wildcat out there.
Yeah, I actually would. I mean, Chris Brown is so shifty, and him just running downhill, that formation, he gets added blockers in front of him.
Here comes Wilkerson and the conventional offense back onto the field for Battle, looking at a 1st and goal at the 9. Battle trying to cut this 14-point deficit. 6:22 to play third quarter. And on the option, keeping Wilkerson, trying to find running room, cuts upfield and is brought down at about the 6-yard line. A gain of about 3.5.
Yeah, and that was a hard-earned 3.5 yards.
I didn't think Wilkerson would get that many.
Just lunging forward. He was working so far horizontally that he just needed to pick up positive yardage there, lunge forward to pick up about a third of what he needed to move him closer in the 2nd and goal.
Lewis checks out of the lineup. And Braden Grosclose checks back in as a tight end for the Spartans. And the Wildcat. This is Chris Brown going right. Plows his way to the 1, plows his way to the goal line, and he stopped just shy of the touchdown. Camdenton says they have the football. I don't think they do.
Now some John back and forth, though. Battle cannot have a penalty in this situation, as some offensive linemen were voicing frustration, pushing at the Camdenton defense. But back to the Wildcat.
And a bad snap, and Chris Brown loses the ball, and it's picked up by Camdenton. Racing the other way are the Lakers, down the near sideline. And with the football and brought down from behind is Lucas Routh as he returns it and took the ball loose. And
wait a minute now.
Battle says they've got the football back.
And the officials talking about it. That was a tremendous job by Adrian Gordon to rip it away, but the officials aren't going to give it to him.
61-yard fumble return. The 3rd turnover of the night for the Battle Spartans. And this one was on the center Wildcat exchange.
Yep, and Brown just trying to make something out of a negative play and really didn't have a chance to fall down on that football as he was wrapped up and it just squirted free. And
what was that, at the 3-yard line?
Yep, they were at the 1 the previous play. And it was recovered at the 10-yard line.
1st and 10 for Camdenton, but hold everything. As we have a timeout on the field.
And Tex, I think they ripped away that fumble.
It is timeout called by the Battle Spartans. We'll be back with more in a moment.
Experiencing a personal injury can feel like being caught in a relentless storm. Mounting medical bills, lost wages, and uncertainty. Your financial security is at risk. But there is a lifeline. Harper, Evans, Hillbrunner, and Nedemeyer is committed to securing more than just a big settlement. We will maximize your compensation by negotiating down medical bills and liens so your settlement goes into your pocket. Visit lawmissouri.com to find out how much your case is worth.
How many times have you tried to clean a stubborn mess but end up with no success? What you need is the all-new waterproof Ruby Horsepower, the new cordless and rechargeable power scrubber that cleans faster and easier, guaranteed. Watch, baked on oven grease is no match. It blasts away dirt and grime in no time. The power comes from our rotating brushes, spinning at 350 RPM. The incredible torque fights calcium, mildew, mold, and more. Take it in the kitchen, where it busts through caked-on crud, or outside and tackle tough tasks with ease. Get your Ruby Horsepower with 4 additional attachments, all for just $39.99. Great news! They're in stock and ready to ship. Due to high demand, only 2 per order. Order now.
Call 1-800-934-4033. That's 1-800-934-4033, or visit horsepowerscrubber.com. So call 1-800-934-4033 now.
First and 10 for the Camdenton Lakers with a 14-0 lead here at the Battle 28-yard line. It's now a 22-7 Helias lead against Rockbridge down in Jefferson City. Here it's 14-0 Camdenton. Durham with an empty backfield. Swings it in the flat to DeMont. DeMont sidesteps a tackler and is then brought down by the safety. But a gain on the play of about 7 yards for the Lakers. And Camdenton, if Battle gives up another score here, you just feel like it's going to be a very, very slippery slope for the Battle Spartans.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's just the Hickman defense in a tough spot once again after the turnover.
This pass in the flat is incomplete. It was intended for Borbet, and it'll be third down.
Durnan has not been sharp tonight.
No, he's thrown behind a few of his targets, hasn't he?
Yeah, just that one rifled in there a little too hard. I mean, no reason to throw that crossing pattern as fast as he did. You got to help your receiver out there.
3rd and 4, and Battle jumps offside.
Ugh.
This time it was Chris Brown. He was all revved up.
And I mean, and you know the coaching staff is honing in on that. I mean, saying, watch the football, watch the football. It's a 3rd down and 4. You know, that's the only way you can give away a free first down, and they still do it once again. And we've seen it on both sides.
Yeah, 1st and 10. Back to throw is Durham. Under pressure. And he threw it away. And defending for the Spartans was Devin Harris. We haven't heard much from Devin Harris of late. The 6'1", 170-pound senior. Haven't seen him much offensively. He's about due for a pick.
Yeah, and that one ended up being a pretty dangerous throw. Luckily for Durnan, it was low, but Harris was right there trying to make a diving interception.
They worked from the 19. They give to DeMont trying to get outside, and DeMont ran down on the edge. Short gain, and a Spartan shaken up on the play. Yeah, that was a Battle Spartan shaken up. I believe it was Memphis. Memphis Sims.
Yeah, I think he just got rolled up on maybe one of his ankles.
Wow. And Sims, we saw him on offense here earlier tonight. But they are tending to Memphis Sims. 14-0. Lakers lead. It just feels like the lead is a bigger lead than 14-0, doesn't it?
Yeah, it really does. And I mean, Battle still has a chance to stay in this game if they're able to come away with a stop. And we saw the kicking situation earlier where Camdenton whiffed on a field goal that would have put it in a 3-possession scenario now. But Battle's still in this. Their defense has just got to claw their way to a stop deep in their own territory. It's a lot to ask, but with their offense putting them in these tough scenarios, all you can do is just try to pick that end of the field up with your own good play on defense.
Again, that score at in Jefferson City, 22-7. Helias leading Rockbridge, and that's for the conference lead. Of course, Helias has won 3 of the 4 conference crowns since the CMAC has been formed. They have a date with Camdenton next week, or rather, Rockbridge has a date with Camdenton next week. But the Helias Crusaders putting themselves in that catbird seat once again right now with a win tonight. They would be tough to catch. I guess they have to play the 2 Jeff City schools. 3rd down and 9 for Camdenton. Lakers put Jennings in motion. Keeping it. Durham trying to get outside, looking for a block. Durham forced out of bounds at about the 18-yard line. And a lot of enthusiasm on the field.
Yeah, lucky it's not a late flag once again, so that would have gifted away another first down, depending on if it was Battle or not. Great pursuit there off the edge. Force a 4th and long here to try to come away with another stop, as it's clear Camdenton's going to go for this.
I was a little surprised. I thought maybe they elected to try to boot a field goal here.
Well, yeah, I mean, seeing how badly that one was shanked, I'm not surprised.
Durham throwing to the end zone, and it's incomplete as a couple of Battle Spartans collided. Hopefully everyone's all right as Dante Latham hit by friendly fire, but they had pretty good coverage on the intended receiver, and the Battle defense holds, and that was a must-hold for the Spartans.
Absolutely. They are still in this football game, Tex. You see some of the coaching staff trying to cheer them up, saying, guys, we're down 2 scores. I mean, their defense deserves a ton of credit for that with the short field once again, coming away with the stop, and their offense has just got to not turn the ball over, get a good drive, get a good rhythm for Wilkerson, and put some points on the board because they have a chance to make it a 1-score game, which feels crazy given the momentum that they've given away to the other side.
This pass is caught in a flat by Gordon. Gordon spins away from the tackler and is thrown out of bounds near the 30-yard line, and he has, it appears to be first down yardage for the Spartans. Well, this Battle defense has really put up a good show here tonight, to be honest with you. They really have to this point. 3:39 to play, giving up just 2 touchdowns, one of them on a very short field. Wide near side, Jace Cooper. Receiver wide to the far side. Now in motion is Sanders. They give the ball to Hill, and Hill up the middle for a gain of about 5. And I don't think Battle has to be in too big of a rush here yet at this stage of the game. There's still 3:20 to play in the third.
No, not at all. They just got to play their game, come with a balanced attack.
2nd and 5. Again, Sanders in motion. They give again to Hill. Hill busts outside, spins away from a tackle, and gets it out to about the 42, 43-yard line. Eric Hill, 5'8", 160 pounds. He's quick.
And he's trying to make up for his fumble earlier in the game, the costly fumble. But I'm glad to see the coaching staff still using him. I mean, he's really gotten good yardage for this Battle rushing attack as he's smaller but quicker than Brown.
Swing pass in a flat. It was intended for Caden Lewis, and Lewis couldn't get to it. It'll be 2nd and 10.
And those, as you were saying earlier, those are those throws where Wilkerson just doesn't have the mechanics, kind of that sidearm awkward-looking throw to get it out quick. And, I mean, that should be an easy completion to give your receiver some space out there on the perimeter, but instead it's an errant throw.
And off goes to Hill. Hill again across the 45 out to about the 49-yard line. He found a soft spot in that defense. But it'll be 3rd about 3.
And the Spartan comes limping off. I believe that's
It is Hill.
number 10, Sanders.
Oh, well, Hill came out as well. Now the big back's in there, and Chris Brown. Brown at 6'2", Hill at 5'8". They give to Brown, and Brown gang tackle. Boy, it's like when Brown comes into the game, the target changes, isn't it?
And they know it's coming, and that's just a scenario where you cannot lose yardage. As I'd believe they're going to go for this, perhaps. I mean, their defense is playing well, but you're at midfield. You need 5 yards.
I think you're looking at a hard count.
Yeah, I think they'll definitely give them a hard count at the very least. But that was another bad snap there, though.
And they got it.
Yep.
They pulled them off again.
That's no surprise. Both defensive lines are not getting the message from the coaching staff. I mean, we're not down there on the field, but as many times as they're jumping off sides, that's got to be the one thing this staff is worried about when it gets to 3rd or 4th and 5 yards or shorter.
That time it was Trevante Hare, a 6', 200-pound sophomore. And Battle is in Laker territory.
I'd be interested to get a mic on the field. I mean, it must be some compelling count that they're getting from Wilkerson. Otherwise, it's just bad football up front.
They give the ball to Brown. Chris Brown fights his way out to about the 43-yard line. Now flag comes in late. And I'm not sure. I think this is going against Rockbridge. Or rather, the Battle Spartans.
Yeah, I think it is. One of the linemen was too much after the play, but I didn't think it was too I didn't think it was unsportsmanlike. I think it was just kind of the end of that pile and them huddled together. I don't know if that warranted a flag, but it did, according to the official.
And it came in from the referee, Kespool.
And we've seen a couple of those interactions throughout this game. And that's another scenario where it's just so costly. You just picked up a first down, and now you're way back, and it's like it never happened.
We'll get a penalty count here for both of these teams. Second down, about 22. Wilkerson will throw it in the flat, and a sliding catch in the flat by Gordon, but not much of a gain.
No, and that's really, I mean, it's a completion, but it really goes down as kind of a wasted play because you need 22. You only get 2 yards on the completion. Wilkerson really didn't try to look downfield.
It really looked like he was trying to avoid being intercepted, didn't it?
Yeah, it's just a questionable decision right there.
Third down. Call it 16. Correction, 19 yards. Camdenton showing blitz. Pass in the flat is caught by Gordon as he's pushed out of bounds at about the 43-yard line. Big gain, but not enough. It's going to be fourth down and about 6 or 7.
And credit to Wilkerson to stand in the pocket. You called the blitz coming, and he stood in there strong and took a hit as he delivered a great throw. Found the soft spot of that deep zone, and I think we're going to see another hard count.
I don't think a hard count.
It's not going to give him a first down, but I think they're going to try to get at least 5 to.
And then 4th and inches, right?
Make it an easier fourth down.
They work from the 43. They are going to snap it. And his pass in the flat, incomplete. The intended receiver again, Edgerrin Gordon. And the Laker defense holds, and they'll get the football here at midfield. Just 11 seconds to play in the third quarter in this defensive battle here at Battle High School. 14-0 Camdenton with a couple late scores in the second quarter. The difference in this game, that and 3 battle turnovers.
Yeah, and Wilkerson, that was the right read on fourth down. Had his receiver, just threw it a little behind him, and I just was not able to get the timing down, which we've said multiple times in this game.
They give the ball to DeMont. DeMont weaves his way upfield for a 4-yard gain before he's brought to the ground by Chris Brown. And that'll be the final play of the third quarter, which is a scoreless quarter. As we have played 3 here at Battle High School, and Camdenton with a 14-0 lead. We'll be back with more in a moment.
Weekday mornings on ABC 17.
I know what we're doing.
We're getting you ready. Oh, you're going to know first.
About the breaking news that affects you. What happened overnight right here in mid-Missouri.
And across America.
Plus, ABC 17 Storm Track weather to help you plan ahead.
That's how we do mornings.
So you're ready to take on the day.
ABC 17 News this morning.
And Good Morning America.
Right here on ABC 17 KMIZ.
See you weekday mornings.
Hi, and welcome everyone watching at home. We're here to remind you that we have agents standing by right now to answer your legal questions. So if you've been injured in an accident that was not your fault, Call now. Find out if you have a case and how much is potentially worth. I'm Gina Bellich here with spokesman and TV personality Tom Mustin. So Tom, tell everyone watching at home who should call right now.
Well, Gina, first off, thank you for having me here in the studio. Now, as far as who should call in, the answer is anyone who's been injured in an accident that was not your fault should give us a call right now. Agents are standing by to answer any questions you may have and tell you how much your case is potentially worth.
Thanks, Tom. So what kind of calls are we seeing today?
Well, Gina, we're getting calls about all types of accidents, but the most common has been car accidents. So if you or someone you know were injured in an accident that was not your fault, take that first step and give us a call. We'll answer your questions and you'll find out if you have a case and how much it's potentially worth.
Thanks, Tom. Call now.
Hey family, for a new season of Sherry, we're trying out new entrances. This might be a bit much, but he can stay. Can we get those men back to help me? Let's just keep it simple. This fall, it's a new season. Get ready.
Sherry, weekday mornings at 10 on Fox 22. Help the Assistance League serve women and children in mid-Missouri at ALMM.org. You're watching My Zoo TV, part of the networks of mid-Missouri.
Welcome back to the east side of Columbia. We're at Battle High School. It's 14-0 Lakers of Camdenton leading the Battle Spartans. The Lakers with a 2nd and 5 near midfield. Durnan in trouble, throws underneath, and the pass is caught by Borbay, and then a flag comes raining in after the tackle or during the tackle as Borbay was wide open in a seam of that zone.
Yeah, and Durnan took a huge hit. He's hobbling a little bit. Stood tough and delivered the throw.
I believe this penalty is going to go against the Battle Spartans, who have been hit with 7 flags prior to this one for 70 yards.
It's really felt like more than that. But they're picking it up.
Yeah, disregard the flag. Camdenton has been hit with 9 flags for 55 yards. But it's a first down for the Lakers. Boy, big conversion there. DeMont in the backfield behind Carson Durham. DeMont gets the call, looking for a block. There's a penalty marker down. DeMont still on his feet inside the 20, inside the 15, and down at about the 11-yard line. But I believe it's coming back, holding against Camdenton in the backfield.
Great run by DeMont that's unfortunately called back for him. This Battle defensive line deserves a lot of credit. I mean, forcing that penalty there, and they've stood tough for the most part, getting pressure and making it tough on Durnan, who's rushed some throws because of their pressure.
Capital City now leads Jefferson City 42-7 after 3 quarters. And Rockbridge, I understand, has the football trailing at Helias. First down, 21. Back to throw Durham. Pass is complete to Borbay, and he's caught at the line of scrimmage. Nice opening field tackle. Cam Watts made the stick, and then he stood over his victim. And he looks like he's looking for some laundry.
Almost a little too much of taunting there, as he did kind of saw him notion to the referee and kind of said, my bad, I think is what happened there. Not wanting to pick up 15.
Durham again back to throw, fires over the middle. It is Borbay again. He breaks a tackle, breaks another, spins to open field. Across the 25 down to about the 24-yard line for a first down. Owen Borbay is a senior at 5'9", 150. And he slithers through the middle.
And he was wide open. I can't think that was how the coverage was supposed to look, as just miscommunication in the secondary for Battle, and what was first and about 20 is now 1st and 10 and approaching the red zone.
Durham swings it in the flat, and it's dropped in the flat by Quentin Cruson. Cruson, who's got 8 catches on the year, was running before he caught it. 2nd down and 10. Spartans need a turnover, definitely need a stop here in the 4th quarter. Durham swings it out in the flat, a low pass again. And it may have been caught, and if it was a loss of about 3 yards.
Yeah, it was. He's better off
dropping
that
yes.
one. And I'm really surprised with Durnan tonight. Just has not been clean and has not been very accurate. As we know, they throw the ball a ton, and it has not been anywhere near as efficient as you would expect given their good start to this season.
3rd down, about 14. Durham rolling to his left, in some trouble. Hit from behind, breaks the tackle. Down the near sideline. And then steps out of bounds at about the 25. You know, he can run a little bit.
Yeah, he can, but that's great pursuit by Battle. And given the kicking situation, I'm going to be interested to see if they'll try a field goal as it's 4th and about 7 or 8. That was a great defensive play call by Battle, bringing the blitz. Terrence Luther out of the secondary brought some pressure as well. And Battle with another chance to help out their offense and stay in this game if they're able to get a stop deep in their own territory.
Durham back to throw. Pumps once. Fires. That is intercepted. Picked out of the air by Darian McBride as he came flying over. And like a hawk, he picked it. And the Battle Spartans dodge another bullet. And with 9:43 to play in the game, they get the football back, and they'll start at their own 20.
And Tex, I actually think it may have been Vernell Holt. I thought I may have seen 28. Either way, it was a great play to read Durnan there and get the interception. The only downside is field position really wouldn't have mattered there as they were about at the 20 anyway, but that's just another great stop by this Battle defense to give their offense the ball once again unscathed as it's still 14-0 despite tough field position they had to defend against.
They give to Chris Brown. He pops through the middle. Brown out to about the 30-yard line for a 1st down. A 10-yard run as he ripped it off up the middle. I thought that was McBride, 18, making that interception. But you thought it was Holt?
Yeah, I saw Holt getting all the praise from his teammates, and I saw the 8. I thought it was either 28 or 38. But as high as he jumped up to get that one, it would not surprise me if it was Vernell Holt making a great read.
I'm thinking that is the first interception this year by Battle's defense. And now a tackle made of the quarterback, Wilkerson, and everybody appeared to almost stop except Wilkerson and the oncoming rusher, the defender. Did it look that way to you?
Yeah, it's just a weird.
Like as if there was a whistle.
I don't know if that was supposed to be a screen or something where they were supposed to let guys through a little bit. I don't think that was the design at all.
That was a 9-yard loss. So they work now from the 21. And now the officials with a timeout. With 8:38 to play. And not quite sure what the confusion was there. Second down, 19. They give the ball to Brown. Brown dashing up the middle across the 30, 35, and stopped at the 41-yard line for a 1st down. Big gain for Brown of 21 yards.
And phenomenal run by Chris Brown, who's a little gimpy coming off. It was hit low. Hope he's all right. And what's the best play call on 2nd and 20, Tex? Hand the ball off to Chris Brown.
Pretty positive things most of the time. 1st and 10. Swing pass in a flat, incomplete. And it kind of looked like Wilkerson was battling the snap and rushed that delivery.
Yeah,
his legs weren't with him.
There's been a lot of tough exchanges between the center, who's Oliver Lenz, I believe, he had the bad snap at the 1-yard line, which cost him 7 points. And there's just been a lot of bad snaps that's thrown the timing off for Wilkerson.
They give the ball to Hill. He spins his way out to the 45-yard line, a gain of 4. Really not a big sense of urgency yet for the Spartans.
Still plenty of time. It's just under 8 minutes, but I'd like to see just a little bit of keeping the defense on their toes. So we really haven't seen a consistency out of their passing attack. So it's been short and not able to get anything deep down the field, which is tough when you get in this scenario.
It's a big third down play here, 3rd and 6. Long snap count. Dropping back to throw. Wilkerson with time. It's incomplete. The intended receiver, I believe, was Caden Lewis on a post pattern. Crossing was Gordon, and now it's 4th down.
Yeah,
kind of an interesting call on 3rd and 6, wasn't it?
Yeah, and they haven't had success throwing the ball down the field. I mean, I think you got a way better chance of using your screen or quick pass game. It's really been them working horizontally as opposed to vertically. And that time they tried to do something that hasn't worked all game, and now this feels like do or die, 4th and 6.
Yeah, you get the feeling that this is the football game. 22-15, Elias now leading the Rockbridge Bruins. And now we got motion at the line. It is illegal procedure against Battle. Boy, the Spartans have lost 6 in a row. And they have spit and sputtered here tonight. Just can't seem to get the kinks worked out.
And unfortunately for their defense tonight, who's played phenomenal, take away the 2 turnovers. I mean, they haven't allowed any points when their offense hasn't given the ball away. And, I mean, the penalties on their offensive line, as you see right there, has played a factor. And self-inflicted wounds has been the story for Battle tonight.
4th down and 11. Wilkerson dancing around, now flushed out of the pocket. Gets away from a would-be tackler. Now a couple more. Stays alive. Throws it down the far sideline. He's got a wide-open receiver in Chase Cooper, but he can't haul it in as he missed his target. As Wilkerson took a shot on that far sideline. Cooper was so open.
Oh, my goodness. Wide open. And everyone, I think, was still surprised. Everyone on the field was surprised that Wilkerson was still up. And I think the secondary of Camdenton thought he was going to try to run to pick up the first, and they were going to go try to get the angle to tackle him. And he had Harris wide open.
And I'll tell you what, coming off the field, walking very gingerly is Kendall Wilkerson. I think he might have taken a shot to the ribs. 1st and 10 for Camdenton. Carson Dernan at the controls. Puts Borbet in motion. He gives the ball to DeMott, and DeMott stopped after a short gain of maybe 1. And right now, the Lakers trying to milk a little time off that clock.
Yeah, we'll see if they're capable of doing so. We've seen the hurry up constantly, but really don't have any choice but to run this clock down as much as you can. And I think that helps the rhythm more for this offense, because I think the hurry-up's kind of been a reason why they've played a little antsy on this side of the ball.
Man in motion, they go to DeMott. DeMott slides through a tackle and gets it down to the Battle 34-yard line. And now it's 3rd and a short 5. Clock unwinds. So we're midway through this 4th quarter. All the scoring thus far in that 2nd quarter, the last 3 minutes of the 2nd quarter.
And they're still getting set with 20 seconds on the play clock or game clock.
And they just got a free 1st down because the Spartans jumped offside.
And yeah, I think that's why they got set so quick, because they thought they could draw them.
And they got it
done.
They did. Yep.
I mean, they
thought right.
Yeah. I don't blame them trying once again and succeeding once again.
Like to thank everybody that made tonight's telecast possible, including the Battle Athletics Director, Sammy Simmons. Also thanks to the District Athletic Director, David Egan, Director of Marketing, Sheila Kosler, and the CPS Career Center's Joe Whitman, who's out here instructing some of the photographers tonight. First and 10 for the Lakers. On the keeper, Durham. Durham off left tackle, has a first down and stopped at about the 15-yard line. Our producer engineer tonight, John Hoke. The director, Cooper Bryant. Chief engineer, Eric Jones. And Curtis Barnes is the general manager. First and 10 for Camdenton. They're about to put the final nails in the coffin in this one, and that seems a little ridiculous to be saying with 5:13 to go, but they have this thing under control right now. They stack receivers left and right. Out of the pistol. They give the ball to DeMott. DeMott inside the 15, inside the 10. Stood up at about the 8-yard line and thrown backwards. It'll be second down and short yardage.
Yep, and your only hope for the Battle defense is trying to punch that ball out. So you know they're likely not going to throw the ball, though never say never with the Camdenton Lakers passing game, but time's running out.
Yes, second down and a low about 3 yards. And they give to DeMott. He struggles and fights his way down to about the 5-yard line. Willard DeMott had 19 rushes coming into the game. First and goal now for the Lakers. They take precious time off the clock. Battle does have some timeouts left, but they're down 2 scores. They've got to get a stop. Durham now letting the play clock wind down. Fires incomplete. He's trying to connect again to Owen Borbet, who has 3 touchdown catches coming into this game, and he has 1 tonight, 4 on the year. He's been the go-to target.
And you see the aggressiveness of Camdenton there saying, oh, we could run the clock out or try to use the strength of our offense to get the put-away touchdown. That just tells you the identity of this Camdenton offense and all the trust that senior Carson Durnan has.
Empty backfield. Durham will keep Durham down to about the 2. It'll be third and go to go. I think they'll get both of them done here if they play their cards right. Down to 3:41 to play in the game.
And Battle's still fighting, though. Said we got 2 more downs to try to get the ball back and stay alive. Obviously, time nowhere near on their side, but this is just showing their toughness, not giving an inch.
Camdenton now will go to the huddle. They might have some personnel issues here as Durham went to the sideline. They need a new helmet. It is third down. They'll use a timeout here as the play clock was down to 1 second. We'll take the timeout with them. 14-0, Camdenton leading the Battle Spartans.
Are you tired of seeing money all around the house? Then start saving money with First American Home Warranty. First American covers the systems and appliances you depend on every day. And if we can't repair your covered item, we'll replace it.
I've saved thousands, and that makes me happy.
All plans include a no questions asked money back guarantee and flexible payment options so you can never pay for covered repairs again.
Call 1-800-519-6025. That's 1-800-519-6025.
Experiencing a personal injury can feel like being caught in a relentless storm. Mounting medical bills, lost wages, and uncertainty. Your financial security is at risk. But there is a lifeline. Harper, Evans, Hillbrenner, and Nedemeyer is committed to securing more than just a big settlement. We will maximize your compensation by negotiating down medical bills and liens so your settlement goes into your pocket. Visit lawmissouri.com to find out how much your case is worth.
The stage is set.
We're going to have a crowd tonight.
For an unstoppable season.
It's time to hunt.
And it all starts here.
Here come the Tigers. Touchdown, Missouri.
Perfect! Perfect! Mizzou Live.
To the 15, to the 10, to the pylon.
Pre- and post-game shows every single week. The only one of its kind for Mizzou fans. And there's only one place to get it.
Camdenton Lakers, 3rd down and goal to go from the 2-yard line. They line up in a power formation. 3 wings to the right. They snap it straight to DeMont, and he runs it in for the touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown run by the senior tailback, Willard DeMont. And the Camdenton Lakers have taken a 20-0 lead here at Battle High School. That touchdown comes with 3:04 to play here in the game. A 2-yard run by Willard DeMont. The touchdown for DeMont is 4th of the year. And that pretty much sews things up for the Lakers. Now the extra point attempt. And this is DeMont kicking. And the kick is no good. He missed it as DeMont missed. And it's a 20-0 Laker lead. We'll be back with more here at Battle right after this.
The stage is set.
We're going to have a crowd tonight.
For an unstoppable season.
It's time to hunt.
And it all starts here.
Here come the Tigers. Touchdown, Missouri.
Perfect. Mizzou Live.
To the 15, to the 10, to the pylon.
Pre- and post-game shows every single week. The only one of its kind for Mizzou fans. And there's only one place to get it.
$20-0, the Camdenton Lakers with the lead with 3 minutes and 4 seconds to play here at Battle High School. That was a 40-yard drive, took 8 plays, 3 minutes, 57 seconds off the clock. And the Lakers have put themselves in a very good position to win their 3rd game of the year and also pick up a conference victory to improve to 2-2 in the CMAC, their first-year competition. In the 4th quarter, Elias leads Rockbridge 22-15. Capital City beats Jefferson City 49-0. That is a final. And here is the kickoff by DeMont. And that is picked up by Battles. Renal Holt. He brings it out to the 30, the 35, to the near sideline. Well, at the near hash mark, he goes down. Some other scores for you. Moberly beat Fulton 49-6. That was a 31-yard kickoff return for Vernal Holt. North Callaway beat Palmyra 18-12 tonight. Warsaw crushed Versailles 42-0 tonight. Salisbury 32-0 against Scotland County. Centralia leading Macon Late 32-7. It was Hickman leading Smith Cotton 21-0 at the half. All eyes down at Jeff City though on that Elias Rockbridge game. Elias leading 22-15. 1st and 10 from the 34. The handoff. And darting out to the 41-yard line is Eric Hill.
And we've seen a quarterback change now late in the game as a young freshman, Blaine Youngman, out there right now. We saw a little bit of him against Hickman last week.
2nd down, long 3. Youngman hands it off, and Hill stopped at the line of scrimmage. Over to make the play was Elijah Dickerson, who's had a big game tonight. Dickerson came in here with 13 tackles in the first 4 games. He had 6 tackles for losses coming in, including a sack. And now Blaine Youngman, the 5'8", 150-pound freshman, looking at a 3rd down and 4. Camdenton showing blitz. Youngman drops back. The freshman's going to air it out deep. He's got Gordon. It's incomplete. That pass a little too far out in front of Edgerrin Gordon. And it's 4th down for the Battle Spartans. Does Matt Herman go for it here? I would say he will with 1:53 to play.
Yeah, and if anything, it just gives your young quarterback another rep, as you're going to obviously throw it here, I would assume. Though you do only need 4 yards, so you never know.
Maybe throw it underneath. Youngman now is 10 of 30 in the passing department on the year for 106 yards. He has thrown a touchdown, but he's also thrown 3 picks. So the young freshman quarterback rolls right, fires underneath, and it's intercepted, picked off by Deontay Hare. the 6'2", 260-pound senior, with the pick on the 4th down play. And the Lakers have the football and the lead, 20-0.
It's only fitting that the Lakers defense ends it with a turnover, which is the reason why they're going to win this football game. They force a 4th turnover. It wasn't exactly pretty tonight from their offense, but it doesn't matter because they shut out the Battle Spartans and forced 4 turnovers. Great night for the Lakers defense.
So the Lakers bring out their offense. Durham still at the controls. They send Machino wide to the left. He's had a big night. And they give the ball to DeMont. And DeMont hit at the line, brought down for a loss of 1. Camdenton just trying to run out the clock. Again, thanks to all that have made this telecast possible this evening, including our great crew. Takes a lot to keep Micah Wright in line.
Appreciate you letting me broadcast another one with you, Tex.
Well, another competitive game, though, 20-0. Camdenton, and this was up in the air here in midway through this 4th quarter. But Battle cannot get out of their own way enough times. Durham gives the ball to Dickerson. Elijah Dickerson got the call.
And really, it's not all negative, though, for Battle. I mean, their defense showed great fight tonight. I mean, Camdenton's passing game is one of the best they'll probably see all year, and they really slowed them down. And as we've said so many times over and over again, the turnovers set up their defense in tough spots, but they came away with multiple stops deep in their own territory. So, I mean, that's something the coaching staff will definitely hang their hat on this week.
Well, the Spartans held Camdenton to roughly about 200 yards of offense. 174, 5 of it was through the air. And next week we will be at Hickman as one of the oldest rivalries west of the Mississippi. I think the 2nd oldest will crank up. The Hickman Cupies looking to be 2-3 on the year to take on the Jefferson City Jays, who I believe are also 2-3, as this one comes to a close. Thanks to the entire crew, including our camera operators, Lindley Mays, Isabel George, and Harvey Munter. I'm Tex Little for Micah Wright and the entire crew. Battle falls to Camdenton by a final score of 20-0. We'll see you at Bob Lamone Field next Friday night. So long from Battle.
Thanks for watching ABC 17 SportsZone Football Friday High School Game of the Week, presented by Harper, Evans, Gilbrenner, and Nettemeyer, and made possible through a partnership between the networks of Mid-Missouri, CPS Athletics, the Columbia Area Career